I've had customers say that they're not coming back until things have changed.
Litter, drug use, and fights. It's something business owners at city markets say they see on a daily basis. What they say needs to be done to stop it.
This is an expression of what Indiana did with their angst and their anger, frustration.
The boards that were turned into murals downtown after destructive protests are set to come down soon. Just ahead, why a local artist says the artwork is playing a role in the healing process.
3 races from 2 series, cars on the track all around. No one here to see it, but the place looks great. I'm Brad Brown at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll take you on a look around what's new inside coming up.
This is RTV6 News at 5, working for you.
And now at 5, it's a holiday, a heat wave, and the start of a stretch of steamy 90-degree days. Storm Team 6 meteorologist Kyle Mounts starts us off tonight as the holiday weekend kicks off. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah, Amanda, back into the 90s this afternoon, and that puts us to 5 for the year here in 2020, and we're just getting started here. We are going to add on to this quite a bit over the next several days. Our temperature topped out at 91 in the city, right now sitting at that even 90 degrees. Still, though, the humidity not bad at 38%, so we're not talking too much about a heat index out there. Pretty much what you see on the thermometer is what it feels like with that northeast breeze between 5 and 10 miles per hour. That's keeping the humidity low. High pressure, that is going to continue to scoot here across central Indiana, and that keeps the rain chances off to the south and west, a little closer to St. Louis, and it's going to keep those rain chances very low through the holiday weekend. Not 0, but only about 20% here as we go through Saturday and Sunday. So much of the weekend we're going to get through here with very dry conditions, and tonight going to be dry. No worries about any rainfall in your Friday evening plans, with temperatures that stay very warm, still in the middle 80s right on through 9 o'clock. That sun sets at 9:17. We'll talk about things heating up even more as we go through the holiday weekend in just a few minutes.
And it is a hot weekend at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. IndyCar and NASCAR teaming up for a historic doubleheader. A live look from our tower cam will be as close as fans can get this weekend. Our Brad Brown is one of just a few people watching it from the inside. He's giving us a look at a lot of something new around the old track.
The familiar sound of cars on the track. In front of the surreal scenes of 200,000 empty seats inside the Speedway. But as practice got underway for the IndyCar Grand Prix, a look around this 111-year-old facility shows that it is as fresh as it's ever been. Roger Penske and his company have already invested millions of dollars in improvements all over the grounds. 400,000 square feet of asphalt has been paved, 4,000 gallons of paint to touch up nearly every surface that needed it. Hundreds of trees moved from and around the Brickyard Crossing golf course, and the lawns in and around the track are looking as lush as any.
Okay, there were a ton of questions about what was going to happen with the bathrooms here around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I can tell you the first thing is they got new lights in here. Look at that, those new LED lightings. As for the men's rooms, are the troughs here? Yeah, they kept the troughs. Roger Penske understands the history of this place, and he also knows that, frankly, this is a more efficient way of getting things done. So while things change, a lot of things still remain the same.
A new lift has been added to Victory Circle so that the winner's car will rise to the podium so that fans far and wide can get a glimpse of the new champion. 27 video boards have been added at nearly every angle of the oval. The largest sits in the middle of it all, more than 100 feet wide on the base of the pagoda, a multimedia marvel facing the plaza. Also, some big touch-ups in and around the Speedway's Hall of Fame Museum. All of it adding to the overall IMS fan experience.
Now, the work will really continue every day going forward. In fact, as we drove in here today, we saw crews painting fence posts way out on the back 40. Just those little details that will go into making the race day experience everything it can be, and hoping that more than 100,000 fans will be able to be here for the Indy 500 on August 23rd. Coming up tonight on the news at 6, we'll have a recap of IndyCar Grand Prix qualifying. Hope to hear from the pole winner as well. We'll see you then. At the Speedway, Brad Brown, Trackside 6.
Thanks for that inside look, Brad. It looks good. The IndyCar Grand Prix is the first of 3 races at the track this weekend. It goes at noon on Saturday. NASCAR's Xfinity Series will qualify and race on the road course tomorrow, and 400 miles on the oval for NASCAR on Sunday. That race scheduled to start around 4 p.m. And breaking news this afternoon regarding the Pacers. Victor Oladipo will not be playing with the team in Florida once the season restarts later this month. Oladipo said on Wednesday he was undecided about coming back this summer. Today he tells ESPN that getting ready for the 2020-21 season is the right decision. He's still working back from a leg injury that kept him sidelined the first half of the original season. The Pacers leave for Orlando next Thursday. The team's next practice and media session is on Monday. And a push to increase cleanliness and safety downtown is underway. This after ongoing issues outside of the city market. Some business owners say they've seen excessive litter, open drug use, and fights. RTV6's Megan Santorum spoke with them today and explains the impact it's starting to have on that area.
This area outside of City Market looks clean right now, but vendors say it's a much different sight than what you'll find here most mornings. Trash on the tables, trash on the ground, and people hanging in the area starting fights and using drugs. It's something business owners inside City Market say is becoming more and more common. Now it's starting to impact their cash flow. The owner of Circle City Suites says the crowd and mess outside of City Market is causing some of her regular customers to think twice before coming inside. As a baker, she often works odd hours and says sometimes she doesn't even feel safe herself.
This isn't just an issue of perception that it might be dirty. It is dirty. It's not a perception that it's not safe. It isn't safe. So this is a much bigger issue than just a homelessness. This is open drug use. I mean, complete open drug use. People smoking spice on the steps of the City Market. People selling heroin and using heroin in our plaza.
I pulled police reports and found cases of theft, battery, trespassing, vandalism, and narcotics investigations all at this location, all in the past 2 months. Other business owners inside City Market say something needs to be done.
It's going to take more security, 24-hour security. It's going to take more money. It's going to take a lot. And it's going to be hard for that to just go into gear and happen. It's not going to happen overnight. I understand that. But that's what needs to be done.
It's something leaders with the City Market say they are looking into. They tell me they're working with IMPD and officers are doing more sweeps of the area. They say they've also added more lighting and they're now working with other city organizations to brainstorm possible solutions. Working for you, Megan Santorum, RTV6.
And a positive art form seems to have come out of destruction. The murals that started to pop up after businesses were forced to put boards up following massive damage in downtown due to protests have helped many move forward in the healing process, especially one artist in particular. RTV6's Troy Washington is working for you to explain how downtown has transformed into an art gallery and if the art will stick around.
It takes passion to take this board used to cover a broken window and turn it into a canvas.
There's some historical context to this whole project because this is an expression of what Indiana did with their angst and their anger, frustration. We chose to do something positive. The artists came together and we reflected our frustrations and our voices.
Following destructive protests, artwork like this started to pop up. Andre Parnell is proud because he was able to let his heart speak through his paintbrush.
I was seeking a way, how do I express myself? I was a bit depressed because me being 50 years old, I knew I couldn't be in the streets marching. I couldn't be yelling at the top of my lungs and really shouting down someone about my ideas. So I said, what is my voice? And the Arts Council came up with an idea that answered just that.
Through the Art Council and other volunteers, he got his chance to really process the pain and hurt stemming from the loss of George Floyd and the unrest across the nation.
Through painting this mural, I found healing.
The vision behind the mural speaks to unity, an important message going into Independence Day weekend.
I think this will drive us forward, and the ultimate message here is we rise together.
Unfortunately, this mural will come down in a few days because now that things are settling down in downtown, it's time to replace those broken windows. Parnell just hopes the message here shines through. Working for you downtown, Troy Washington, RTV6.
And the Arts Council also has an Indie Arts Guide that keeps a record of murals, so it's very possible the murals will be archived in some way. And 3 major downtown hotels that shut down in March and April due to lack of business from the pandemic plan to reopen next week. The JW Marriott, Indiana's largest hotel, will resume operations on Thursday, July 9th. The Indianapolis Marriott and the Conrad Hotel will follow 1 day later, a week from today. In the early months of the pandemic, downtown hotel occupancy was down more than 90%. And now to today's developments of the spread of coronavirus here and across the country. 19 more deaths added to the statewide total today, the highest number in the past 6 days. However, the state says this number includes 11 previously unreported deaths in Allen County that occurred between April 19th and June 22nd. The statewide total is 2,488. And 541 more Hoosiers have tested positive for COVID-19, the highest number of the past 6 days. The total number is closing in on 47,000. And as cases spike in other parts of the country, strict measures are being taken to slow the spread. In Miami, overnight curfews will be in place starting tonight from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. daily until further notice. Miami's beaches are also closed over the holiday weekend. In Texas, Governor Greg Abbott has ordered masks be worn in public across most of the state. Now, the order is in effect for counties with 20 or more positive coronavirus cases. But plans are still moving forward tonight to welcome thousands of people at Mount Rushmore, where President Trump and the First Lady will attend a patriotic fireworks display. It's the first fireworks display there in a decade. About 7,500 tickets have been issued. Masks and social distancing will not be required, but masks will be provided. Still ahead on the news at 5, Geese controversy. Some Carmel residents don't mind, still others want them gone. Where one neighborhood's plans stand tonight. Are you using a delivery service to avoid having to go into a grocery store? Why it may wind up costing you more than you expect.
And with the high heat this weekend, you might be looking for some water to cool down. Just don't forget that sunscreen. And we're talking about a little bit of a rain chance. I'll detail how that could impact your fireworks viewing. You're watching RTV6 News at 5.
Studio at Value City Furniture.
An update on a story we've been staying on top of involving the fate of 70 geese in a Carmel neighborhood. RTV6 has learned that according to Lexington Farms residents who shared this info with us, the geese are spared for this year. That's because the HOA did not get a response from a goose trapping vendor in time to secure a permit from the Department of Natural Resources before the goose molting season ends. For that reason, the geese are safe this year due to an overwhelming response by residents to the goose issue. The board has also decided to start a goose committee to consider future options. The first meeting is July 16th. Hiring Hoosiers is our commitment to keeping you informed of job opportunities of all kinds. IKEA in Fishers is hiring for seasonal and permanent positions. These are all part-time jobs, 20 to 34 hours a week. They have 3 permanent positions available in their loss prevention area, 15 seasonal customer service jobs, 21 seasonal warehouse logistics positions, and 14 seasonal jobs in their merchandising department. For a link to apply, look for this story on hiringhoosiers.com. And FedEx Express is still hiring here in Indianapolis. They filled about 350 positions in the last month, but still need about 650 more employees to staff a new facility at the airport. That facility will open in the fall, but new hires will be put to work now and then move to the new facility. These are all part-time positions, but after 90 days, you get full-time benefits. They're looking for package handlers and material handlers who are also trained to operate tug trucks and other equipment that moves packages. Day and overnight shifts are available. Starting pay is $16.12 an hour. To apply, look for this story at hiringhoosiers.com. Well, if you're looking for something fun to get the weekend started, Indy Parks is offering another free drive-in movie tonight. They'll be showing The Sandlot at 9 o'clock at Garfield Park on the south side. This will be in the field behind the Arts Center. And another reminder from Indy Parks that 5 pools will be open this weekend to cool off in the heat. Social distancing and safety rules are in place. Bethel, Frederick Douglass, Perry, Riverside, and Willard Parks are open 6 days a week at 50% capacity. The hours are Tuesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon, 1:30 to 3:30, and 5 to 7. Kyle,
I think we could have all used a pool today.
And those are hot hours, yeah, because the next several days, the heat's just going to continue to build here. It's not a couple days and done. Right through the holiday weekend, and some people getting a jump on that out at Eagle Creek and literally jumping into the water, splashing around, cooling off a little bit here this afternoon. And I'm sure the water is going to be very busy as we go through the next couple of days. Right now, yeah, no rain to be found across central Indiana. We got a lot of blue sky, and you notice those clouds, they're not really growing out there, so we're not going to have to deal with any wet weather. And that means the temperatures just stay hot. 90 degrees right now in Indianapolis, 88 for you in Greenwood, one of the cooler spots. That's relative this time of year, though. 92 in Kokomo and the Muncie area. That wind is still light and out of the east and northeast. That's keeping the humidity low for now, but we'll gradually see that increasing here as we go through the next couple of days. Tonight, temperature down to just 70 degrees. So not only are the afternoons getting warmer, but the overnights will be warm as well. Your July 4th forecast here, it heats up quickly. Look at those temperatures already by 10 a.m. We are at 83 degrees. We'll get to 90 early in the afternoon with that isolated shower or thunderstorm possible, and temperatures are going to stay well into the 80s right on through 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Not too much of a breeze out there. 94 the high in Columbus, 91 in Muncie. Again, a little more humidity tomorrow, so I think it will feel more like the middle 90s for us. 91 in Lafayette, feeling more like about 93 to 94 degrees as we go through the afternoon. Here's TrueCast Saturday, 1 o'clock. We've got a few of those clouds, but as we get into the heat of the afternoon, a couple of isolated downpours are going to be possible for us. And with that moving through, we're not expecting severe weather, but they're going to be very slow movers that do develop. So if you get under one of those, it'll rain a little bit and then it will fade away. I think in time for fireworks celebrations, we will be dry once again. Temperatures at 10 o'clock tomorrow evening are in the lower 80s at 82. 7-day planning forecast as we put things together for you, and we've got those temperatures just going to continue to climb here the next couple of days. We got 93 on Sunday, 95 degrees on Monday, and again, just a spotty shower or thunderstorm. So things really aren't going to be cooling us down all that much here. In fact, as we get to Monday, we combine the humidity that's out there, and it could feel like closer to about 100 degrees here. As we go into Tuesday and Wednesday, a little better chance for a passing shower or thunderstorm, but even then, it's 30%. That means a 70% chance that we're going to be staying dry. Those temperatures, 92 on Tuesday, 93 on Wednesday. So this is a 7-day forecast that is filled with 90-degree heat, and those overnights that are going to be around 70 degrees and even getting a little bit warmer here, the middle 70s. That's as much as we will cool off next Thursday night going into Friday morning. And then we'll get another system through here on Friday. Brings down the temperature just slightly, but it looks like it will build again going into next weekend. Amanda?
A hot one. Thanks, Kyle. Grocery pickup and delivery services have exploded in popularity since the pandemic began, but along with that popularity is a growing number of complaints. Consumer reporter John Matarese shows what to watch out for so you don't waste your money.
Trying to avoid the grocery store to stay safe these days? Well, order from Instacart and have those groceries brought right to your door. But some customers claim the people grabbing their groceries may be helping themselves as well.
How popular is grocery pickup right now? Just look at this line of cars. Terry Angel loves the convenience, but is getting concerned with mysterious charges that keep showing up on her bill.
After I went back and reviewed the receipt, there was a pack of cigarettes.
At more than $7.
Some brand I haven't heard of that were purchased on and put on our click list.
Another day she was billed for Red Bull energy drink.
I guess they were thirsty and needed some energy and decided to add on a Red Bull.
She wonders how many other charges she's missed.
A check of online complaints finds very few cases of something being added to an Instacart order like this. However, there are many complaints about customers ordering and paying for something, and then that item never shows up.
A report in USA Today claims a growing number of customers accuse Instacart shoppers of stealing their groceries, and Instacart's Facebook page is filled with complaints.
You know, it's pretty much inevitable.
Instacart says orders have surged 300% this year. It says in these rare instances, customers should contact Instacart Care to have their order refunded. Terry has one other piece of advice. Go over your receipt every time.
We'll check your bill, make sure that you are checking off every item on that receipt.
Instacart tells us it's committed to resolving customer problems and recently added a missing items feature to its app and website so you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese for RTV6.
Bringing Broadway to your living room, one of the most popular musicals of all time, now available earlier than expected.
Virtual appointment today. Ashley Home Store.
The coronavirus may have shut down Broadway for the rest of the year, but you can now enjoy one of its most popular shows from the comfort of your own couch.
My name is Alexander Hamilton. There's a million things I haven't done.
Hamilton started streaming today on Disney+. The film version was originally going to be released in movie theaters in October of 2021. But Disney decided to fast-track the film on its subscription streaming service and the coronavirus pandemic. The film features the original cast of the musical that won 11 Tony Awards, as well as a Grammy and a Pulitzer Prize. It was shot in 2016, just 2 weeks before much of the original Hamilton cast left the production. One side note, Disney Plus is no longer offering free trials, so if you want to watch Hamilton, you will have to sign up for one of the subscription packages, and I know what I'm doing tonight. Still ahead on the news at 5:30, fireworks and the 4th of July usually go hand in hand. Not so much this year. Safety tips if you are doing the at-home variety. And taking another look at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway from our Pagoda Cam, qualifying underway for tomorrow's IndyCar Grand Prix. We'll be right back after this.